Politics can be a divisive topic, especially during election years. And some are protesting, not with picket signs outside the Roundhouse, but with their smartphones on the internet. KOB4's Zack Crozier sat down with one political outsider who has declared himself the spokesman for the New Mexican government.
In comedy, nothing is sacred. That's especially true for online humor, even more so on X.com, the website formerly known as Twitter.
What do actually people laugh about, joke about, at bars and stuff like that. Most of my tweets I make when I'm having a drink or two,
Relentlessly poking at power, the man with the NM.gov handle on X does just that, making fun of New Mexican government and highlighting the issues he has with the people in charge.
My biggest beef is with the mayor. I think that's somebody that tries to be an ally to a lot of the more, probably leftist, right, organizations and activists. And then he approves, homeless sweeps all across the city, even when the state told him not to. We shouldn't be criminalizing people in the war zone, in the international district, whatever you want to call it, right? How are we supporting the people that need the most support? They're in positions of power and, we're not friends. We have to just make sure that we hold them accountable. And I do so in a comedic fashion.
As for Mayor Keller, his office sent us a statement addressing NM.gov's claims. Quote, "While we recognize there's an art to parody, running a city is complicated, so we'll stay focused on addressing our challenges." They went on to say they aim to balance support for those in need and public safety. Here's one of his posts from last year. If you or a loved one has ever been to a bar in New Mexico, you may be entitled to compensation. A lot of his posts are inside jokes that would be lost if you don't know the state and understand the players. To him, sharp New Mexican humor is second nature, having been raised in the South Valley.
I think that my own family, my grandma, she uses humor as a way of coping. What better time to laugh about, our existential crisis that we're facing as a country during election years.
Not even his grandma knows that he masquerades online as the New Mexican government. We agreed to keep a secret because he says he couldn't do what he does if people knew his name.
For me, I think a lot of this account is funny because it's anonymous, because it's the government, because the government shouldn't be saying the that I'm saying.
Do you think there's an absurdity to New Mexican culture?
No, not at all. I think there's absurdity outside of New Mexico, especially Colorado, Texas. Some of the things that they think are fine are just absolutely nuts. Highlighting some of the pieces that make New Mexico is such a huge centerpiece of whatever I do, whether it be Dion's green chili, or whether it be Sadie's salsa, or the fixtures of New Mexican food and culture and history have a huge inspiration.
No ideology is safe. NM.gov's adversaries are on both sides of the political aisle.
And then, of course, you have the right-wingers. A lot of their points don't even make any sense. But I think in a lot of ways, they're angered towards the government for feeling like they were wronged, right? That's a very visceral reaction that I think a lot of people resonate with. Making people laugh. That's the biggest thing for me. Even taking complex issues and breaking it down to where it's bite-sized chunks. As long as I center my people, my communities, that's always going to be my North Star. And even just my stupid tweets that I tweet at 2 a.m.
Whether you think NM.gov's antics have made him internet famous or infamous, he says his pastime has connected him to people from all across the state. People just looking for a laugh. In Albuquerque, Zack Crozier, KOB4.